Hello and welcome to another segment of Envision. I'm Deanne Conrad, Community Relations Supervisor, and Dr. Brian Maher is our Superintendent. I feel like you don't need any introduction any longer. You're almost coming off of 3 years.
I feel new.
Yeah, okay.
I still don't play that new card.
Okay, whatever. Well, we have embarked on another step in our process of talking to our community about the increasing enrollment that we've seen over time and the existing facilities that we have and what needs to be done in the future for that. We hired the Donovan Group, met with them and got the first meeting underway, and go ahead and share with us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, I think it's time we moved from rhetoric to reality. Probably in that regard, we've talked about community engagement. We've talked about our numbers. We've talked about facilities, and now we need to figure out how do we put all of that together to come up with some solutions. And so the hiring of the Donovan Group really is the first formal step in putting together what we hope are some quality solutions in the next 6 to 9 months.
And with that, we're talking about community engagement sessions where they will be open for anyone who's interested to come and provide input, get information, and really talk to us, the community talking to us, so that we can hear what their wants and needs are.
Right. You know, through the interview process, the vetting process, and then through our first meetings with the Donovan Group, I've been really impressed with their genuine interest in determining what the community wants. So many times we look at our data and we say, we need a new high school or we need a new middle school. And what we really need is to engage the community and have the community determine what's needed. We are the Sioux Falls Public Schools. We need to be responsive to the community because we're certainly responsible to the community.
Right. And those community sessions then, there will be a group then of task force members who will sort of wade through what they're hearing. There'll also be some survey opportunities if you're not able to come to the actual, or if you didn't get a chance to speak to the at the community engagement session, there'll be some survey options, and then the task force also.
I think of two things that we've done fairly recently in our community where we've really tried to bring in a variety of opinions so that we could develop a solid plan. One is the calendar, and I know people might bristle a little bit about that because I don't think anybody has the exact calendar that they wanted, but we brought a lot of people to the table, and we had community forums to have a conversation about what should that look like, and all of that information truly drove what we have going forward for a calendar. The other thing is the strategic plan, where we started off with a really large group of people and a lot of ideas, and then funneled that down. If I took those two situations and made them into a hybrid, I think that's what we're going to have, where we're going to begin with community conversations. So anybody's welcome to come. There'll be an opportunity to voice opinions. There'll be an opportunity to see what our data says about enrollment and facility utilization, et cetera. And then from those conversations, we'll kind of take that funnel and we'll take folks from the community and develop a task force, and not with school employees, but with community members who have a vested interest, a personal interest, a financial interest in where we head. And then from there, ultimately it'll go back to the Board of Education for determining what the scope of the project ends up being. So there's a lot of work to be done. There are a lot of opinions to be solicited before we ever get to the point where we need a building of any sort.
Right, so a lot of people want to jump, as I've heard you say multiple times, jumping to a solution. And before we can jump to a solution, there's a lot of legwork that needs to be done yet, and collection of information. So, well, we look forward to having the Donovan Group lead us in this effort and lead our community really in the effort to determine what facilities are needed for the future of the Sioux Falls Public Schools. We hope you'll participate either by coming to one of those sessions or participating in the task force, taking the survey, what have you. Every opinion matters. Thanks for watching today on Envision.